Hello air signs, Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. This is a general reading for air signs. If it resonates with you, take what does, leave what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it, just relax and let it go. My name's Serenity and this is a general reading for air signs. Now air signs, it seems like in your present position, you could be dealing with somebody here who's all talk. This is a silver-tongued devil. Big flirt, no action. You're dealing with a player. Okay? This could be yourself, or you're dealing with somebody who's all talk. But the challenge seems to be, it cuts both ways. Good and bad aspects, mixed blessings. There's definitely been some form of division taking place here. Because in the past, it shows here you was in a vicious cycle. It was a pattern of your relationship here, air signs, issues, bad habits. It was no win situation. There was always conflict between you both here, okay, in the past. And in the future position, if you're meeting somebody new or in the same situation that you could have met somebody who's all talk, who talk the talk but don't walk the walk, they're seeing you just another notch in the headboard or the real deal. But action speaks louder than words, you're going to find out now. Because subconsciously, you could be coming across quite demanding, being very unrealistic or have some form of unrealistic expectations. You seem to be showing that you're high maintenance or you're dealing with somebody who's a diva. Conscious now, it seems like what's on your head is choosing between lovers. Because somebody is competing for your affection right now and you're undecided, okay? But in your influence here though, air signs, you do have controlling. It could be this diva who's very demanding, that's very controlling. But it's somebody here who needs to be right all the time. Very possessive, jealous lover. In your external influences around you, you definitely could be dealing with somebody here who's two-faced, okay? This person seems to be playing with your emotions and they're insincere, okay? They're not who you think they are. Pre-warned is pre-armed, okay? Como say? Your hopes and your fears, though, seems to be teasing. Somebody is dangling some partial truth towards you here, air sign, but you need answers, right? Some of you could be dealing with a shapeshifter. And you're fearing this because this person could be quite childish. Someone has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the term should be grow up or get out because you're dealing with somebody here who feels like they've got unfinished business. They're saying it's not over, but this is the pattern, the back and forth. This is somebody who's got baggage here, okay? Somebody is sick and tired of being sick and tired of carrying somebody's baggage. It's not your circus as well here, air sign, and it's definitely not your monkey, okay? So let's see, what other message here coming out for you? 7 of Wands here, but this person is telling you to stand your ground here, okay? You're definitely dealing with somebody here, could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This person's all talk, okay? You might need to set some boundaries with this person here. This person said, I'm afraid to show you off because I feel you are out of my league and others will make fun of me and try to steal you from me. And that's because they see you as a diva, okay? That's high maintenance. But either you're dealing with a diva or you are the diva. Or it's telling you it cuts both ways here, okay? Good and bad aspects in this relationship. But it's causing some form of division, that's the problem. Yeah, this is the Hangman, but it's come out reverse. Somebody's letting go and letting God. Someone's saying I'm taking a break from everything so I can meditate and release my old ways of thinking. This process is not easy. This is where somebody here was having to stand their ground because things were stagnant, okay? It wasn't going anywhere, air signs, okay? Well, in the past, it was a vicious cycle, okay? It was a repeated cycle that keeps repeating, and it was like you wasn't getting anywhere. It was just like a conflict or somebody here was being deceptive and put you in a third-party situation in the past. Yeah, you've got the Three of Cups, third party, and that came out reverse. Someone says, I feel safer in groups of friends, colleagues, or with family. Having light conversation, drinking, partying, but somebody here could have been partying hard with friends in the past. Okay? Because in a future position, you do have the Lovers. Like I said, it's landed on conquest. To the see as another notch in the headboard. So it's going to be up to you, because at this head, you're dealing with somebody here who's all talk, okay? They might talk the talk, but they're not walking the walk, okay? Some of you are dealing with somebody here who you was in denial about. Could have been having conflict with this person, okay? Meeting you has created a lot of conflict inside myself, challenging my lifetime beliefs about love and relationship. So somebody's feeling stuck, okay? They're definitely feeling stuck in a third-party situation. Voila. Because unconsciously, somebody is being unrealistic and they have some expectations that's not going to be met, okay? Wow. Somebody is a diva. Came out reverse, Knight of Swords here. I have decided I want to pursue you and nothing is going to stop me. Expect soon a lot of action from my part. This is yourself here. That's coming across very argumentative. Some of you, it seems like you're not letting go, because even though you're undecided about a choice you need to make, 20 could be significant. You're under judgment. It seems like the past I was making choices in careless or superficial way. Now I feel I have a higher duty and everything I do must have a deep meaning. So somebody here who wants a second chance, who was needing to choose between two, could be underneath some form of judgment right now, okay? Because it seems like some of you, somebody may want a second chance. Like I said, somebody feels like they've got unfinished business here. Air signs, okay? You got the 5. Could be significant to somebody, but it's also the hyphen, which to reverse. Some of you could have been in an open relationship where somebody was very controlling, very possessive, jealous lover. But this is the influence that's around you, okay? Someone's saying, I have a lot of respect for the elderly and I follow their advice without questioning. I also follow traditions even if it's outdated. So somebody here needs to be right all the time, okay? This is somebody who's very controlling and very possessive. Pre-warned is pre-armed. This could even be yourself here, though. But for some of you right now, this is a lot of cards come out. Someone says, I'm grateful. This could be somebody you're giving to. You said, I kept delaying leaving my comfort zone of bad habits, but now all has fallen apart and I'm forced to face my pain in a rough way. Someone's going through a tower moment. And it seems to be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Some of you may have this in your chart. This could have been somebody you was given to, okay? But they're saying now, I'm starting to find balance between my financial and emotional life. I'm more open to cuddle you and hold you and kiss you now. Could it? This is somebody here who's gone through a tower moment who wants to return now here, air signs, okay? What a second chance. But this person is two-faced. Okay, they're playing with your emotions. They're insincere, okay, no matter how they're coming back to you, alright? Someone's saying I had a rough childhood, so it's easily starts thinking the worst case scenarios. I know most of our illusions, but they feel so real. This is somebody here who's two-faced, who hasn't actually been 100% truth with you. This is somebody here who's got skeletons in the cupboard here, okay? Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, seeing Pisces, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? But somebody's under judgment right now because they're needing to choose between two. Somebody may want a second chance. But when it concerns the teasing here, your hopes and fears that you're fearing that somebody might be a shapeshifter, they're telling you partial truth. You've got the 9 of Wands and that's reversed. Somebody's saying they're giving up here. So it seems like each time I think we are finally safe, another wound of mine is resurfaced. and I retreat until I feel it won't hurt anymore. So this is somebody who's giving up, okay? They're giving up on somebody here who keeps giving them half-truth, okay? Yeah, you wasn't hoping that it wasn't like this, but you're determined here to put somebody down because somebody's very childish. This could even be somebody younger than you, okay? Or it could even be a child. But for somebody here, with the Four of Swords here reverse, somebody here saying, I'm learning how to practice self-care and rest when I feel overwhelmed. It's nice to stop working for a while and just enjoy being. But this is somebody here who needs to take some time out for himself and go within. Somebody could be healing here from someone here who was very childish, very immature. Some of you are single and financially stable. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. I admire you and you inspire me to simply stop and enjoy the fruits of my labor, to appreciate all the amazing gifts of life. Because somebody here with the Seven of Cups here, since I can't control you, I prefer to daydream of perfect interaction between us where you agree with me. Because this is somebody who's jealous, very controlling. Could even be yourself here, okay? Or you're dealing with a water sign who was like this. Pre-warned is pre-armed because somebody's lying. And it might be somebody that you might need to cut off here, okay? Or they're you. Vice versa. So let's see what the message here for air signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising, because it seems like here though, air signs, you're dealing with somebody here who's lying to you, they got secrets, they're not being 100% with you here right now, okay? There might be somebody here you might need to let go, because things were stagnant, alright? Some of you, it was a marriage, okay? Some of you, somebody was unfaithful in this marriage and having to choose between two. The vibe is mutual respect, unity and closeness here. Yeah, somebody was on the down low. They had a dirty little secret here, okay? This is somebody in the past who, masculine energy coming across here, could have put in a third party and want to repeat the cycle. Yeah, this is somebody who's two-faced air signs. They got a double life, they're a cheater. This is somebody who backstabbed you, okay, in the past. Now, consciously, you're dealing with somebody who's clingy. This is the old ex here. It's a dead-end relationship. Somebody's coming with their old ways. This could be a diva, okay? Or this is somebody who has some unrealistic expectation, this clingy ex here, okay? Because consciously, you know, you're cutting ties, okay? You're seeking your freedom, you're standing up for yourself. You've been awakened, alright? Especially when somebody is being undecided, they're now under judgment. And that's probably why they're coming back to you. Because they want a second chance here. This two-faced person here. Because you know they've been very controlling. You know this is a jealous lover that you could have been married to or in an open relationship with. Yeah, but now you're exhausted. You're burnt out. You feel burdened and you just feel empty now because external influences around. You're dealing with this psychopath. Okay? This could be your ex here who's conniving, very unpredictable. Pre-warned is pre-armed because definitely dealing with a narcissist. Okay? This is the shapeshifter, like I said. Egotistical opportunities. Okay? This is somebody here who's wearing a mask and pretending to be something that they're not. Okay? They could even be younger than you or very immature that you have to separate from. But for some of you, it's right now, though. There is consequences through these bad choices. Games. Somebody will send you mixed signals. But somebody was seeing the possibilities. But you need to follow your dreams. Make up your mind here, air signs, and believe in yourself. Because somebody here is dealing with a psychopath ex who's just about lust, greed, and by any means necessary. They're very inconsiderate. Okay? This is somebody here who... now that they're going through judgment and could have been to prison, come out now, and they're wanting a second chance. But for some of you right now, you need to make a wise choice because there's going to be consequences through the choices that you make here, air signs. Wow. Yeah, somebody was in a private relationship, okay? Or you thought you was in a private relationship, But he was getting played, manipulated. There was lies, there was definitely control. And somebody was definitely putting on a show in the past, this masculine. Okay, there was pretending to be something that there wasn't. Because in the future position, you're showing here that you're going to be throwing away and getting rid of and tossing this person out who's two-faced. Right? Yeah, they betrayed you, deceit, they backstabbed you. They're not to be trusted, this clingy old ex, when they try to return here. Because for some of you, this person either visit a prostitute or they are a prostitute that you had to cut ties with here. Okay? You've been awakened to this because your influence around you, which has burnt you out, okay, has actually left you in a marriage or open relationship. But you already know the tea about this person here, okay, because this psycho is coming towards you with a fake apology here, air signs, okay. They're a narcissist and a shapeshifter, and you're tired of the drama, okay, because there is consequences through this person's bad choices and the games that we're playing. Yeah, they're going through bank failure. Not the bottom. Somebody's definitely falling apart or falling to pieces right now here, air signs. Okay? Pre-warned is pre-armed. If it's not you, then it's somebody you're dealing with. Because you're tired of the drama. Okay? You're dealing with a shapeshifter. You're dealing with somebody you can't be trusted. Okay? No matter what mask they're showing to you and pretending to be something that they're not real. Well, let's see what was the message here. Yeah, because it wasn't a private relationship. He was getting played though. Even if it was a marriage, he was getting played. Okay? Yeah, this was somebody who was hoti-poti. Champagne taste, bare budget, arrogant, very pretentious person here. So they're coming across like, oh, I can buy you this, I can buy you that. But at the end of the day, there was all talk, no action. Some of you is getting tangled in somebody's business here because you're dealing with a show-off. Okay? This person needs to prove themselves. They're very insecure. You deal with the exhibitionist that everybody watch me, look what I can do. This is the person that wants to take out £5 and ends up taking out a wad of money just to go and show people they got it. Well, in the past, it is ending, okay? Because this masculine was putting on a show. It seems like they're pretending that it's not ending, but it's time to let go and make a fresh start here because somebody here is either in denial, not accepting that it's over, okay, this masculine, because in the future position, it is toxic. It is a destructive relationship, or it will be a destructive relationship through the manipulation and the gaslighting, because subconsciously, this betrayal by somebody who's a joker who can't be trusted, it's all just a game to them here, air signs. They're just having fun, okay? They're visiting sex shops or prostitutes, so you need to have safe sex with this person, okay? Yeah, somebody's alone here, okay? It seems like you feel like you are in this situation all by yourself here, air sign, but it won't be like this forever, okay? Because in the future, you're going to realize how destructive this relationship was, okay? Sometimes it's better to be alone than to be in a toxic situation, okay? Somebody who already knows the tea, that somebody was a gold digger. They were in it for what they can get, money hungry, this person. They were self-serving, okay? And this is what's influencing you, okay, or they was underneath this influence around you, because this fake apology, somebody is closed off. They're not emotionally available, they're distracted, because they've been hurt in the past. This could even be you or somebody you're dealing with, but somebody is definitely tired of the drama with this narcissist. Yeah, because something's crumbling. What you built feels like it's falling apart, air sign, but it's okay. You do have the strength to build anew here, but something has to end for something new to come in. Because somebody's definitely going through some bank failure here. 2 cards come out. Yeah, negativity. You see, it's like a dark cloud above you at the moment. Somebody, you are depressed or going through some extreme moves because somebody is going to end up feeling crushed. It seems like you are hurting emotionally right now here, air signs. But you need time to heal before you jump back in again. Okay? Because at the bottom, you do have forgiving. They didn't mean to hurt you, but you're holding on to it. Forgiving helps you get past it though, air signs. So there may be somebody here that you could have ended the relationship that you might need to forgive. Because sometimes forgiving them is your gift to them, and walking away is a gift to yourself here. Because somebody right now has been played. He was dealing with a joker, okay? Some of you may need to go within to go and seek some form of healing right now after this all comes out, okay? This person was only returning because they seen you doing well, okay? But they had unfinished business, okay? This is somebody here who, you know, or the outcome, you will end up hurting from this person, okay? Some of you right now, you need time to heal before you jump back into a new relationship. But if this resonates with you, air signs, please like, share, subscribe. Oh, okay, I hear you. Somebody has something more to say. So let's see before I shut this reading up. This is for air signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. All the message here for air signs that I need to know. Okay. Secrets. Someone isn't telling the whole story here. You have to be willing to both say and hear the truth, because there's something that either you're not saying or they're not saying to you, because there is secrets here, okay? Some of you right now are alone. Alone's come out twice. You feel like you're in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. It's letting you know this, okay? You was dealing with a show-off. In the past, it was rocky. It's been a rough road for you. You must decide whether it's worth to keep on going, though, for some of you, okay? Because you need to stop pretending that it's not ending, because it is. It was rocky in the past, okay? In the future position where it's toxic and destructive relationship, to the rabbit hole. Crazy drama makes for wild adventures, but not peace. How far are you willing to go here? Because it seems like it's toxic here. But somebody's in denial. They're not letting go, because subconsciously, somebody's in pieces. Here's this joker who's just having fun. It seems like you always pick up the pieces when things fall apart. Now look for the complete package, okay? Some of you have been getting flat packs. You think you need somebody who's fully assembled right now, okay? Because, you know, these flat packs come with parts missing. Okay, that's for somebody. Because when it concerns you being alone, not for long, it's going to be a long road for some of you. You have a long way to go before you find what you want. But the journey helps you to grow. Because this is all experiences here that you need to experience before you actually meet the one. Because you're coming across fierce regarding this gold digger. You act aggressive, but you are just protecting yourself here, air signs. Somebody might need to soften your heart so you can feel again, because you have been hurt and you need to heal, because you could be taking it out on other people that hasn't hurt you in the past. Yeah. External influence though. Somebody is empty. You're not emotionally available, or the person you're dealing with is very distracted because it was hurt in the past. The truth is though, that you simply don't feel fulfilled here, air signs. It's worth the wait though to find true happiness. Maybe you need to wait to find the right one after being hurt, because you hope that you can escape. Because love seems to be an emotional escape for you right now, air signs. You need to be sure you are getting involved for the right reasons, because somebody here, what you built is going to end up falling apart, and because you fill up off the drama of this narcissist that you've been dealing with, okay? You are hurting right now, or will be, okay? And it's through the bad choices you've made here, air signs, okay? Tangled. You're unable to free yourself from a sticky situation, but you need to take a step back, and it helps you see clearly. That's why somebody needs to go within, have time out, because something's hard. Things are just difficult now. You need space to sort out your feelings, to know what to do right now. Some of you are taking a holiday or taking some time out for yourself, because you need to actually the space to think now, okay? Just being the Four of Swords here, you need this time out because of bad choices you made. Someone's been playing games and sending you mixed signals here, air signs, and somebody could end up going through bank failure. And it's caused you to have some depression or extreme mood, especially if you're going through financial loss, because you are hurting emotionally. You could have even gave to this person, okay, and you got nothing back in return. okay, but heartache and pain. But for some of you right now, like I said, it's a learning lesson, okay? Some of you could have been dealing with a karmic who came into your life for a season, for a reason. But somebody did put you in a third-party situation here, because it was another woman or another man for some of you. But the situation here is this. You're dealing with a silver-tongued liar, devil, big flirt, no action. And it does cut both ways, because somebody was a mixed blessing. They could be, they weren't totally bad. They had good points and bad points, but for some of you, you're afraid to show you up because they feel you're out of their league, okay? This is somebody here who's lacking self-esteem, okay, that you might need to set boundaries with, because when it comes to intimacy and the closeness here, it was stagnant. Somebody was having a dirty little secret here. Air signs. In your private relationship, some of you it was a marriage, some of you it was an open relationship. But someone was definitely getting played. There definitely was manipulation, lies, and control. This is somebody here, like I said, like that champagne life and a lemonade budget. Show off, okay? He was secretly alone, okay? Or will end up alone after all this. But if this resonates with you, air signs, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.